This is a screencast about the content management system of the GETIT Glossary, being prepared for the GETIT editorial group. So if I visit the GETIT page and I click sign in, I can log into the content management system and you'll immediately see an edit button that's appeared on every object that I am able to edit. Actually not that one, because that's just automatically generated, but each page in the footer and also each term. So if we bring up a term, data collection, I can now click the edit button and edit that term. There's another way to get into it, which is to use the Manage Terms feature, which you get once you're logged in as a drop-down. And as an administrator, I have access to all of the terms here. So this is a list of terms in the left-hand column. You can see how many times each term has been revised and get access to those revisions from here. You also have the I don't get it score, or IDGI score, for each term. You have its term status, whether it's live, draft, or archived, and you have the identity of individuals who are not admins but who have editorial access to each specific term. So I'll just talk through each of these features in a little bit more detail. We've just seen the term editing page briefly. I'll go into it in a bit more detail. When you're editing a term, you can change all aspects of that term from this screen. We can create a new version of a term, if it's a minor edit, we just update the current version. We'll look at comparing versions in a second. The term itself is at the top. We can set its status, draft or archived. Draft terms can only be seen by editors and admins. Archived terms similarly. We talked about the potential requirement to add tags to terms, and that's in place now. So I think there's probably a discussion to be had around exactly how you would like to use those tags. We have a list under editors of all the people who are registered in the system. So if I want to give Ian Chalmers editorial access to this term, then I can do it. We've got the C also, we've got the synonyms, you've got access to the IDGI score, so you can see that there have been 6 clicks on this IDGI monkey for every 256 visits. Here's the definition itself and the explanation, the text that appears there, and you can see that we've done quite a simple interface to allow us to put links to other terms in the system. So if I put square brackets around the word treatment, then that creates a link to the term treatment in the system. Moving on, we've got common variants which don't appear on the front end but are picked up by the search. So if randomized with an S, for example, could go in here. We have some shortcode here, some HTML code that's been copied and pasted from SoundCloud, and this is for the audio clip. So we've set that up with SoundCloud in mind, but if you want to use a different system, that can be incorporated. Anything that provides a piece of code, an embed code like that, can be accommodated. We've got your test your knowledge question that applies to this term. We've then got 2 WYSIWYG fields, so what you see is what you get fields, where we could put text, images, links, just like you would have on a web page for the cartoon and for the example. So most of that content is still to be sourced. So if I update this version, it's not a new version, it's a minor change, and then have a look at the term, you can see there's now a link to treatment. You might be asking, how do you link to something if using a slightly different form of words? So for example, if it was treatments or treating or something like that. Here's one where we're linking from diagnostic test accuracy to the term accuracy, comma, diagnostic. And so it's the same thing of having put square brackets, but diagnostic test accuracy is the text that appears on the screen, and accuracy, comma, diagnostic is the target term for that link.